Oh! It scared us.
Guys, this past weekend we had hit 5,000.
5,000.
5,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. We wanted to take this opportunity to thank you guys so much. Those of you that watch the videos, like the videos, share the videos, comment on the videos. We appreciate and really love how much you guys enjoy our content, and we're excited to keep making it for you. So thank you.
Thank you. Hey folks, welcome back. I have your latest home prices and insights for the City of Toronto for week ending May 25th, 2022. We recently helped our buyer clients purchase a home. Let me tell you, it's an interesting story, and we're going to see more and more of these situations coming up, especially because of the shifting market that we're in. So we're working with these buyer clients. They're move-up buyers. They're leaving the small house where they are, and they're buying in the $1.6, $1.7 million range. We saw a bunch of houses, but there's one in particular they really liked, and it had an offer night. Now, we're seeing fewer and fewer offer nights, but every now and then still about half of the properties we see out there, or a little bit less, have an offer night. Well, we look at the market, we analyze what's recently been selling in the area. I talk to my clients about interest rates going up. If we were to, buy at this price, are you comfortable if rates still go up, and so forth? And everything is okay. So we determined that the list price is probably what this home should sell at, maybe even a little bit on the higher side. But the fact that they have an offer date kind of implies that they want more, that the sellers want more. And through speaking with the listing agent in the days leading up to the offer night, the agent is pretty adamant that the sellers won't accept anything less than at least $50,000 over the list price. Well, after doing our research and what makes sense for our buyer clients, we put an offer on offer night at $25,000 below the list price. Turns out we're the only ones that put in an offer that night, and we get a counter offer at $25,000 over the list price. Now remember, the listing agent was adamant that the sellers wouldn't budge for at least $50,000 over the list price. Well, now we get a counter offer at $25,000 over the list price. We stick to our guns. We cross off all their numbers and put back our original numbers. We do accommodate the seller with a closing date that they preferred, which was fine for my buyer client, so we made a concession there. But we kept the price the same as our original offer, $25,000 less. There's lots of verbal conversations between me and the listing agent. They're like, no. An hour goes by of silence. I receive an email saying, accepted offer, see attached. Unbelievable. We're so happy for our buyer clients. We stuck to our guns and we got the house they wanted, but at a price that made sense for my buyer clients. And you're going to see more and more of this out there. It's getting trickier and trickier for people to price the market these days, and sellers will often have the mentality of what happened months ago and price their house that way. Listing agents even are having that mentality sometimes. And it's so important to understand the numbers and do what makes sense for you if you're looking to buy. But we're going to see more and more opportunities like this, or situations like this where there's a list price, it's just not the right list price. So there's an offer date and it's just not working out the way the sellers planned. As always, strategy matters and who you hire matters. If you feel this video can help somebody you know, please pass it along. Let's get into the numbers. If you want to speak with me about your real estate situation, buying, selling, it's really simple. Below this video, in the description, there's a link to my calendar. Click on that, book a time that's convenient for you. This way I'll know ahead of time and I'll make sure I organize my schedule so we could talk to you about whatever's on your mind. And if you're looking for an awesome townhouse in South Etobicoke, check out the video at the end of this video. Let's get into the numbers. massive decline in prices, in sales. Let me show you what we're talking about. Here we have the City of Toronto. These are detached properties only, broken down by week for a whole year. We sold 141 detached properties for week ending May 25th. The previous week, we're at 215. So big drop in sales. 31 of those sales were at $2 million or more, which is a big drop from the previous week also, where we sold 71 at $2 million or more. And average sold price is way down from the previous week, $1,782,000. And if we look where we were before, we're not that far off where we were about a year ago. Year over year, we're 8% higher than what we were selling a year ago at this time as far as average price goes. Last year at this time, we sold 60 properties at $2 million or more. This year, it's half at 31. But we're still 8% higher where we were last year's sold price. Median price is 5% higher than where we were a year ago. Going back just a few months, we were in the high 1.6. Median price is now 1.4 million. Looking at sales, of the 141 that sold, 54% sold at list price or more. So a little bit more than half. But year-to-date sales from January 1st to May 25th, year-to-date sales, year over year, were 25% less sales this year than what we were selling last year. So massive decline in sales, not just on a weekly basis, but year over year basis. Listings year over year, year-to-date, are 12% lower this year than what we were listing last year. We listed similar to what we listed the previous week at 430 detached properties. So sales are way down. Listings are about the same. Months of inventory shoots way up because of that. We're now sitting at 2.2 months of inventory, and you could see months of inventory just increasing as we go. And as months of inventory goes up, average sold price will come down. It's just how it works, supply and demand. Let's break Toronto down into three sections between Central, West, and East. Here we have West Toronto. Average sold price has come down. It came way down also. It's now sitting at 1,506,000. But months of inventory has been going up. Months of inventory is now sitting at, now sitting at 2 months of inventory. Average sold price for West Toronto for this week is 1% lower than what it was a year ago. And median price is 12% higher. So pick your poison there, which one you prefer to focus on, whether it's average price or median price, but there's a big spread in percentages there. When we look at Central Toronto, well, average sold price did go up, but keep in mind, Central Toronto does have the lion's share of the luxury properties, but months of inventory is now sitting at 3.5 in Central Toronto. Average sold price is 24% higher than what it was a year ago. Median price is only 3% higher than what it was a year ago. But months of inventory at 3.5, I mean, it's right on the border of a balanced market. And I can tell you from being on the market in Central Toronto and working with buyers and sellers, it kind of feels like we are very much in a balanced market in Central Toronto. And looking at East Toronto, which is East York and Scarborough, is where we see the most activity, where it's been the most competitive. Well, sold at list price or more in East Toronto, 64% are selling at list price or more. Average sold price is 11% higher than what it was a year ago, and median price is 12% higher. Average sold price is coming down. It's now at 1,390,000, and months of inventory is creeping up. It's now sitting at 1.4 months of inventory. So East Toronto has the lowest months of inventory of Toronto. I don't show all the semi charts often, but I'm pulling up semis and townhouses just to kind of show you what's happening. We sold 60 semis across the city of Toronto. 23 of those were at $1.5 million or more. Now, when you look at average sold price, just like other home types, we saw it go up and now it's coming down. It's coming down very quickly actually for semis. It's now sitting at 1,355,000, way down from our peak of around 1.6. Compared to last year's, semi average sold price is sitting at 12% higher than what it was a year ago, and median price is 14% higher than what it was a year ago. Months of inventory is now sitting at 1.4, and you can see it for semis where it's very aggressive, especially towards our peak in February. 0.4, 0.3 months of inventory. It too has been going up. It's now sitting at 1.4 months of inventory. When we look at townhouses in the same fashion, well, we sold 23 townhouses. These are freehold townhouses, and in all the city of Toronto, only 23 townhouses were sold. 3 of those were at $1.5 million or more. Average sold price has been coming down very quickly for freehold townhouses, now sitting at $1,241,000. Compared to last year, $1,241,000 is actually 4% lower than last year's average sold price. Median price is 8% higher than what it was a year ago. And months of inventory has also been going up, sitting around 0.4, 0.5 in February and March. It's now sitting at 1.3 months of inventory. Let's look at condos. Similar to the detached market, things are falling. We sold only 210 condos in Toronto for week ending May 25th. The previous week we sold 280. So 210, 29 of those were at $1 million or more. Average sold price is coming down. It's now sitting at $784,000, but it's not coming down as aggressive as it is in the other home types. It's definitely not as aggressive as the detached market is coming down, or the semis, or the towns. The condos is coming down, but it's more gradual. $784,000 is 15% higher than what it was a year ago. Median price for condos is 11% higher than what it was a year ago. And you can see the price from median here back at the end of February from 750. We're now at 690. So it's not a huge decline, but it's coming down. When we look at sales of the 210 that sold, about half, 51%, sold at list price or more. And year-to-date sales were 23% higher, 23% lower this year's sales than what we were selling last year, year-to-date. Remember, the detached market is 25% lower in sales. Condos is 23% lower in sales. Listings are only 2% lower year-to-date listings. We listed 694 condos, and months of inventory is way up, sitting at 3 months of inventory. Do you remember when it was 0.5, 0.6? It's now 3 months of inventory. As again, months of inventory goes up, prices come down. That's just how supply and demand works. When we see the summary, as far as months of inventory goes, townhouses is the only one that was the same as the previous week. But all the other areas, months of inventory is increasing. That's what's happening out there. We're seeing prices coming down. We're seeing sales coming down. Lots of people not sure what's going on with this market as far as, you know, what should I list my home at? What makes sense? What should I be putting in an offer as to buy? Working with a professional consultant can help you navigate all this. And, you know, there's power in knowing the real numbers out there. Hope you found this information useful. Have an awesome day. Here we are at 456B Horner Avenue. This is an executive townhouse located in Alderwood. It's a popular neighborhood in South Etobicoke. It's a big townhouse, over 1,800 square feet. Have a look at some of the amazing features.